Hey guys, just a quick little rundown of the last day and a half roughly. I did find a few more of the Trek 2s. Just a heads up for you guys on the Trek 2s. They're a cellular tablet, so they're going to be with cell phones. But the big thing to remember on these is don't necessarily go running if it says zero on hand. But if it says zero on hand, if you're in a store that's supposed to have had them at one point, just stop by the electronics desk and ask about them. Because I've noticed that they haven't been showing up in inventory. I know I'm down to only 2 left in all of my area, and I'll probably see about picking them up maybe at the end of this week. We were planning on going up north, but we had some flooding, so I don't know if we're going to go camping or not at this point. There's a lot of roads that are out in central and northern Wisconsin due to the flooding, so I may not be making that trip. But this morning, I didn't even realize that was there this morning when I stopped by, but it actually wasn't even on sale yet. But it did go on sale this afternoon, so I picked that up. My morning trip, as you guys can see, a couple of Ascend LTs, a Gerber multi-knife, or multi-tool. Get you the UPCs off of these. And a couple Black & Decker 20-volt impacts. Let me see if I can get one of them out of there for you. Most I grabbed these because I already grabbed one of these 20-volt impacts. Actually, I ended up finding one of those 20-volt impacts on the side of the road with no charger, and I needed a charger, so I'm keeping one of them for myself, moving the other one. And then I found a grinder. Let's see if I can get you a UPC off that one too, guys. But I want to say the grinder was like $7. So if you need a halfway decent grinder that won't break the bank, that's a pretty reasonable deal on that one. But then I made a trip back to the store this afternoon because I had to go get some other stuff, and they had just started marking these down as well. They hadn't even gotten to the bore brushes yet. There's the 17 bore brush. There's the 22 caliber bore brush. Let's see. That's the 270 to like 7mm brush. There's the 32 and the 8mm. There's the 3057, 38, 9mm. There's the 45. That's your 10 or your 20 and 28 gauge. And there's your 10 to 12 gauge. Got those, and then piled up on an entire stack of slings. Did notice on these there is some that have the Allen tag on them with a Winchester sling in it. There's some that have a Winchester sling with an Allen tag on it. There's some that have a Winchester with a Winchester in it. So, just depends. All the same UPC, so you're not going to really have to mess around with that. Picked up, get you some UPCs off these. Kind of been watching these for a few weeks. Unfortunately, the one that I wanted the most, they had it 2 days ago, but it actually sold yesterday afternoon. Before it dropped in price, so, well, I guess the impatient person had to pay extra, and, well, if they wouldn't have been impatient, well, then I would have ended up with another one. But get you the UPC off that, and I think these slings were roughly $1 a pop, so, there you go. That's pretty much the rundown of everything I got. Picked all that up, like I said, hoping to go camping. We'll see if that pans out or not, so, there you guys go, and good luck hunting.